What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live, the Super Cool Nerd Show. Thank you for joining us out there in the Super Cool Nerd Nation for another week of news, nerdetry, fun, and oh my god, we had breaking news right before the show. Why does this always happen? Why does this always happen? I prep stories, and then somebody comes out and says, I'm like, okay, I got my stories over here. Hey, Jason, what? Oh man, so yeah, we're gonna have to get into it now.
I think that story slapped you a little harder. Hit yourself.
Oh
a
yeah,
harder there.
I think I made a noise I usually reserve for watching porn. Anyway, I'm just kidding, or am I?
I don't want to know.
I don't believe you. I believe you do make that noise.
Speaking of which, thank you for joining us out there. I am Jason the X, and I'm joined by my friends over there. That is Cora Barton.
Hi. I can actually see your faces this week, and I love it.
What the hell did you do last week?
I got new glasses this week.
Oh, by the way, yeah, we're gonna get to that. Anyway, I had the best comment on her Facebook profile for this. Anyway. And right there, wearing a headband because he's excited for AEW winning the Wednesday Night Wars, it is Ricardo.
What up? Yes, they did. NXT reportedly is going to Tuesday nights because they keep getting their asses whipped by AEW.
You know, that's great. You know, for everybody, we could finally watch both shows and not have to choose between which is the better show. So there we go. And of course, we will be watching AEW Revolution this weekend. Going to be a good time. So, by the way, Cora, those are some very nice glasses that you got there. How long has it been since you got new glasses? I'm just curious because I've known you for a while.
So you actually met me in those glasses.
We have had a long.
Actually, no, wait, no. No, yeah, you did.
Yeah, we had a long friendship over the years. I believe spanning roughly 7-8 years now. So you finally got new glasses. I believe the comment I left on her Facebook profile was, did the other pair disintegrate from reaching their chemical half-life?
Oh my god.
So, as a fun note, Jason, those glasses were what I had when I got in that car accident. When I got knocked off my bike.
Ooh. Oh,
they were all scratched up because they hit the pavement and I never replaced them because I was poor and in college.
Did a strong breeze caught her glasses and they just like dusted, like Thanos snapped them out of existence. and then Cora, I should probably get some new glasses. Yeah, you think so?
I mean, to be fair, the glasses I had before those, my best friend actually had to basically convince me to go to the eye doctor to get new ones because I'd had them so long, and they had like the invisible bottoms.
Yeah.
One of the threads had snapped. They were old.
Did you also get a new prescription? Have you realized that maybe I wasn't seeing so well for a few years?
Surprisingly, it didn't change that much. The only thing that changed was I have an astigmatism in both my eyes instead of just one.
Oh, yeah. That's a sign you're getting old. You're old. Yeah.
I already knew that from the gray hairs I was getting, but it's good to know that that's part of it too.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyway, it's been a good week. I'm doing something a little different on the show with the first story. And it's going to be a challenge, everybody. It's going to be like quick hits, but they all have to be good news to get everybody kind of hyped. Get everybody hyped. So I'm going to start off, let y'all see how it's done real quick. But it's like I'm teaching them like I've never done this, like they've never done this damn show before. The idea, the concept, but it's just something good. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off with some super cool nerd news. Hey, guess who didn't drop any of his scenes from his screen? Guess who didn't drop any of the pictures?
Was it you?
It would be this guy. It would be this guy. I'm showing it how it's done. Ooh. Anyway.
Forgets to do his job.
All right,
But you are not only the creator of the show, but you're also currently the producer, since you have to do everything. So you're forgiven.
It's rough doing it. So I do want to start off with some good news for this week. We do have a new series of Power Rangers has been released. Power Rangers Dino Fury. I have to say this is one of the best casts they've assembled in a while. Also, the music for Power Rangers Dino Fury is excellent because they have a new composer to the Power Rangers series. His name is Bert Selin. You have heard his work in Raven's Home, Fastlane, Lab Rats, Parks and Recreation, Gossip Girl, NCIS Los Angeles. It is some of the best epic music, and if you want to check out some new Power Rangers with a new feel to it, I recommend Power Rangers Dino Fury. Good stuff. So, also, I can't drop that picture. I can't find where it is. There it is. There it is. I dropped it. Oh, man. Coming to America with Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall was supposed to release. Well, guess what, guys? It is released a day early. You can go watch Coming to America right now on Amazon Prime. And the reviews are, well, they're reviews. I haven't watched it yet because I didn't know it was out early. I probably would have. But go watch it. And we'll see if it holds up. I don't know. People might be lying to me. I still haven't seen it, so don't take their word for it. Take mine. Believe me. Believe me. There is a new series on Netflix, one of my favorites, and it is Pacific Rim: The Black. Now, I was watching a little bit of this. It's a new CGI series. It is. It takes place before the first Pacific Rim movie. So it is about two kids whose parents were Jaeger pilots who are lost. This also, the story takes place in the Australia outback. So our favorite Jaeger from the first Pacific Rim movie will be in that because, representing. But they are getting rescued by their parents. Their parents go missing. They find a Jaeger and train to be pilots, and it looks like it's going to be a good series from what I've watched so far. And last but not, I was going to save that one for the end. Some great reads out there right now. TMNT, The Last Ronin, released last Wednesday, so you can still get it in last week's books right now. But this is the story of the last Ninja Turtle as he seeks vengeance for his three brothers. I've been reading it. Great story. Some characters come back. I highly recommend catching up on this. Go find issue 1 before you find issue 2, of course. But we find out it's a great story. That's all I'm going to say. Go pick up The Last Ronin TMNT. So there we go. Little something good to start off the show. Guys, what'd you think? Little just quick hits in there, huh?
I like it.
Yeah. Go check out. And by the way, if you like Ninja Turtles, that book is solid. And Pacific Rim: The Dark. I'm excited. It's getting good.
Anything you're getting excited for anything with kaiju, which is a good thing.
Yeah, giant robots and giant monsters is my thing, so I'm gonna watch that stuff.
You can't go wrong with that.
And plus, all the episodes are released, unlike WandaVision. But we finally get the last episode. You've been keeping up with WandaVision, right, Rick?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I stay off the internets until about 9:00 every Friday when I can go to lunch because I go to work at 5:30 in the morning. So at 9:00 when I go to lunch is when I put in my little headphones and I'm there at work and just watch the episode. So I will not be on the internets tomorrow until about 9:00. Just because spoilers, because some of you are assholes. Not you. No, not. But I'm talking to the people on Facebook. You guys are assholes for putting spoilers out there. Screw y'all. Wait a day.
I have watched every episode of WandaVision first from my phone in my bed at 5:00 in the morning, or if I wake up early, WandaVision's up, might as well watch it now. So I'll watch it on the big TV later, but I watch it just put the blanket over my head like a little kid, trying to hide.
That's how I watched the first episode of Mandalorian. I woke up and I'm like, I'm just gonna watch it right here before I get on the internets.
Yeah, I want to get on my bed is warm and comfortable. I'm staying there. So there is a little something before, and I mean, you might be a psychopath and you can do this before the movie comes, before the last episode releases. But Marvel has just kind of made a little suggestion of something you should go watch before. Yeah, I'm trying to stall for time. while I get this up. But some movies that you might want to watch before you watch the final episode of WandaVision. Now, of course, we've all seen these, but they're like you might want to watch them in this order. And that is Age of Ultron, Captain America Civil War, Thor, then Thor the Dark World. That's where we meet Darcy Lewis. Now, this might be just reintroducing yourself to the characters, but they're not all in these movies. Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, then Ant-Man and Wasp. That's where we meet Jimmy Woo, of course. Captain Marvel, flashback to the 90s with Monica. Marvel Studios Legends, Wanda Maximoff and Vision. Then watch all the WandaVision episodes and then the finale. Now, this is official from Disney's Twitter, so I'm curious. What's going on here? I feel as though the best of this series is yet to come. And of course, next week we're going to move right into, Falcon and Winter Soldier. So, yeah.
In a million years, I could never have guessed this is how this was going to go.
Oh, no.
The way, even after 13 years, 12 years of MCU stuff, Disney Marvel is still just knocking it out of the park and
absolutely.
still surprising the hell out of all of us. And I mean, because every single episode I've been given 2 answers, but 10 questions. I'm like, no, I need to be next Friday already. Come on, don't do this to me.
Yeah, my life is just waiting. It's like the Mandalorian all over again.
And I have a feeling, this is just my gut feeling, something's going to happen that is going to make us throw something and say, we need Doctor Strange right now.
Yeah, let the speculation begin on how all this is going to end.
Just good Lord.
Yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow morning.
I'm ready, but I'm not ready. I'm legit nervous.
It's going to end, and that's what we should be sad about. But anyway, we are going to move on with this. Cora, I believe you have some news for us.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this news out of the way because I have to know y'all's reactions to it.
Oh Jesus.
Okay.
And I just want the rest of my news to be good instead of why. So, Prince of Tennis had an update for the movie coming out in September of this year, September 3rd. They're introducing 3 new characters.
Okay.
By the names of, you can probably see it on the image there, Boo, Wolf, and Foo.
Oh my God.
They are going to be members of a tennis gang. They will rap in this movie.
Oh Lord.
They will rap a rap that has been written by the original manga creator, Takeshi Konomi.
Wait, you say a tennis, like the sport tennis gang?
Yeah,
Yes, it
yeah.
is a very popular anime, The Prince of Tennis.
So that's not it though. That's not it.
Go ahead. I have questions. Go ahead.
I'm looking at the image. I like the design.
There's gonna be time travel.
Clearly, with the way they're dressed.
Well, the manga takes place, the end of the manga, I think, probably takes place around the 90s. So that makes sense.
Okay.
But there's going to be time travel in this movie.
Forwards or backwards?
Backwards.
Okay.
This is the synopsis that Anime News Network has given us.
Oh my God.
The film's story begins with the main lead, Ryoma, arriving in the United States and finding Sakuno Ryuzaki being accosted by gang members. Ryoma swings a ball at them to help Sakuno, but ends up hitting a ball tossed by a mysterious wheelchaired man. At that moment, Ryoma and Sakuno somehow travel back in time to the time when Ryoma's father, Nanjiro, was playing in America as Samurai Nanjiro.
Okay. First off,
where can I find this?
Where does she?
It's not out yet.
Why,
the movie's
why
not.
are these 2 characters on the wings of him, basically palette swaps of their clothing?
You mean Yin Yang?
I have no idea. I wish I had answers for you, Jason. I have none. Everything I've told you is what I have.
Oh Lord have mercy.
There, I'm Boo right there.
You stop.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. So, the original anime and like the subsequent animes as well have all just always been weird. If you don't believe me, just look up like a YouTube video of movesets from it, and you'll see what I mean. We had a surfing tennis player at one point. He's in an arena. He's not near water, but his move has him up on a wave surfing to hit a ball. So I should have expected this.
That sounds kind of like a Pokemon.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like Dragon Ball. So Prince of Tennis is Dragon Ball Z meets tennis.
Oh my god.
That's what it is. But like the way they were describing the movie, it sounded like maybe we would have the same kind of antics. And I was already prepared for that. I was not prepared for a tennis gang and time travel.
Who was? Who could be?
I don't know, but I need to know what acid the writer is on because I need some.
So wait, so this is already a current anime that I can like find and watch, correct?
Yes, the original Prince of Tennis anime came out in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay.
I don't know, like, I honestly don't know if I can recommend this anime because it's so niche and bad, but it's good.
I watched a
I
documentary
mean,
recently on acid.
I've watched The Room.
Huh?
I think I could watch this.
Which one?
No, I watched a documentary on acid the other day.
Oh.
And it made it so much better to watch. Dad jokes all day. Anyway.
If you want to see the kind of crazy antics, I'm sure you can find it online somewhere. I think YouTube has some clips. Yeah.
Okay.
Rapping.
I'm definitely interested in the movie. Just in the design of the three guys, Boo, Wolf, and Foo. The like the twins that I think that might be Yin Yang, and then the Wolf dude. I would probably try to catch this just because this like. Do they hit the tennis ball so hard that they travel back in time? Like, that's legit.
Okay, so one of them does have a move where they like hit the tennis ball and they kill the dinosaurs. So.
Oh no, bastard!
Yes. Like, I can't make this up. I really wish I could. I really wish I was.
Now I'm sad.
But see, with the rapping, all I can think of, and I don't know if this is just trauma. But all I can think of is the Prince of Tennis musicals, and then my brain just goes like into static mode as I'm reminded that those are things that exist and continue to exist, and I'm going to have to somehow relive that in this movie. Like, I have a feeling that's how the movie is going to open up, is with these three guys rapping about tennis. I can't.
Oh Lord.
So, with all of that now out of the way, wow. Rick, I'm going to have to ask you to follow that and give me your news.
I'm going to start with something pretty, what I think is epic, with a new Star Trek film being written. Yes, there is a new Star Trek film in the works from Fear the Walking Dead writer Kalinda Vasquez. That's right. Kalinda Vasquez is writing an original Star Trek movie for Paramount Pictures with J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot producing. Of course, if this movie does get 100% green lit, it will be the first woman ever to pen a Star Trek feature. So, fingers crossed. I hope she does. There are no details yet on the nature of Vasquez's approach, including whether it will include any previously established Star Trek characters, but she has recently written episodes of the burgeoning galaxy of Trek TV series now streaming on Paramount Plus. In 2019, she wrote Ask Nod, an episode of Star Trek Short Treks, in which Captain Christopher Pike, Anson Mount, tests a Starfleet cadet. And in 2020, she wrote the teleplay for Terra Firma Part 2, an episode of Star Trek Discovery, set almost entirely in the Mirror Universe, in which the benevolent Federation is instead the bloodthirsty Terran Empire. Along with that, she has also, along with Trek and Fear the Walking Dead, she has also written episodes of The Runaways, Once Upon a Time, and Nikita. She's also currently writing a Marvel Comics run about America Chavez, the first Latina LGBTQ Marvel superhero to get their own title series. And she reportedly also developing an adaptation of the sci-fi novel Road Marks for HBO with George R.R. Martin. This woman is in demand. I'm excited for her. Like, Vasquez, yeah. Possibly we get a new Star Trek film, and Vasquez will be the first woman to pen a feature film for them, and she's got a lot of great stuff under her belt already.
Also, let me just also something I was reading up on her. She is legit because she is actually named after a character in a 1968 episode of Star Trek named Kalinda. I'm pretty sure her parents were like, "Girl, you watching some Star Trek?" Yes, her family named her from the original Star Trek series. So, yeah, they probably. Ooh, that's a pretty name. That's some nerd. That is some early grade nerd crap right there. I respect.
She had no choice. This was gonna be her career.
You were from the birth. You are destined. This is your destiny. I am eager to see what she writes, though. I'm curious where they are going to take the Trek films, actually, considering with the last Star Trek Beyond. Like, I really want to continue in that universe, but I can understand if they don't revisit the well on there. But
yeah, I need to go and find the America Chavez Marvel superhero series because I didn't know about that. I've been quite out of comics for a hot minute now. But yeah, like I said, she's got a lot of stuff under her belt already, a lot of successful things. So I can't imagine this not getting greenlit.
Yeah, her writing credits are just like off the charts. So I see this going very well, honestly.
So Kalinda Vasquez, thank you so much. You're amazing. Keep up the amazing work you're doing.
Welcome to your destiny.
I think that was a good follow-up.
All right, so I get to go nutso on camera now. So prior to this show going live, we got take this all with a grain of salt. But the X-Men will be entering the MCU, and the movie is being titled The Mutants. Why The Mutants, you ask? Well, hang on. I have an answer for that. Kevin Feige is the one that decided on this title, and that's because, and I instantly remembered this. Hang on, I'm trying to get my story pushed live here. Stan Lee originally wanted to call the X-Men series The Mutants. Quote, I wanted originally to call them The Mutants. And he said, you can't call them that. And I said, why not? He said, our readers, they aren't that smart. He had no respect for comic books. He said, they won't know what a mutant is. Well, I disagree with him. This is the Marvel Comics editor at the time, by the way. I disagree with him, but he was the boss, so I had to think of another name. So I went home and thought, and I came up with the X-Men, and I mentioned it to him the next day. He said, that's okay. And as I walked out of his office, I thought, that was very peculiar. If nobody would know what a mutant is, how will anybody know what an X-Man is? But he okayed the name, so I had to use it. So that is why Kevin Feige is going with the Mutants for the titular Marvel movie that will bring the X-Men into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let me see. Notice, though, I would like to add that we've covered that WandaVision has their finale tomorrow. And then this announcement hits. Guys, don't miss the last episode of WandaVision. Do not miss the last episode of WandaVision because I think this is it. Mind you, I don't have any other details on it. Of course, there's a lot of stuff coming through the MCU. Just keep it here. We'll keep you updated on Facebook.com/SCNS Live. But this is it, guys. We've been wondering. I mean, granted, we already kind of got a mutant a mutant released into the Marvel Cinematic technically. So here we go, guys. And I just remember before this going, oh my god, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. Oh, thank the Lord! I'm going full Medea here.
I appreciate that the font for the title card that they released anyway, whether they use it or not, regardless, is the classic font for like a classic Marvel font.
Yeah, this is a love letter to it seems to Stan Lee, and that makes me so happy. So
he's looking down, smiling at Kevin Feige right now.
And Marvel does not do anything without a plan. That's why I'm saying there's a reason that we have this announcement right now, one day before the final episode of WandaVision. I don't know what it's going to bring. I don't know. Maybe, there's suddenly a mansion in Westchester, New York that appears after whatever else happens in WandaVision. We shall see. How do y'all feel? I mean, granted, it's not the X-Men, but I feel as though this is not just going to introduce the X-Men. It's going to introduce a whole lot of stuff.
I'm more than okay with it. Like, with the little history tidbit you just gave us, like, this is honoring Stan Lee and what he originally wanted. This is giving the fans hopefully. I don't want to say it's going to be one of the best X-Men movies that have been made, because
we have no idea.
Yeah, because we have absolutely no idea. We don't know who's been cast. We don't know anything other than it's been called The Mutants. And granted, Days of Future Past was a really great film, and so was First Class. But given Disney Marvel's track record, given Kevin Feige's track record, given his fandom, and the fact how much they plan, I mean, I'm super stoked, because it's like, they, like I said earlier, they keep surprising us, and I just think this is just going to be another surprise that they're going to hit us with something that we would have thought in a million years. So bring it.
I think, and Corey, you'll agree with him here. We've already seen Wanda create things, so yeah. In these episodes, we have seen what she can do as far as her powers. I don't know. I have no idea how WandaVision is ending tomorrow. All I know is that it is going to probably change the MCU.
Oh, yeah.
And her and, two little twins are going to go live with Doctor Strange for a while.
I just ordered the Funko Pop versions of the twins in their Halloween costumes. From the virtual con they did a couple days ago. I was so happy.
Oh, I gotta put a user in timeout. There we go. He's in timeout. Anyway, somebody in the chat had to put him in timeout. Hello, people in the chat room, Eris and Amai. I like them. So, you deleted message. He's in timeout. So anyway, big news with Marvel Cinematic. I mean, we already had all the announcements of the movies that are coming. Oh boy, just wait.
All I ask is if Gambit ends up in this movie by some miracle, at least, bare minimum, have someone that can keep an accent of some kind. I understand a Cajun accent is hard. I do understand this. But either commit to it or just don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm staring at you. I'm staring at the movie Wolverine.
We don't talk about that film.
I don't know about that one.
But yes, that's all I ask. I feel like that's a bare minimum, a very small thing to ask in the grand scheme of everything that I could ask for in an X-Men movie.
Right, and by the way, keep it cool in the chat. You will get a timeout before you get a ban. So anyway, moving on back to Cora. I believe you have some other news for us today.
Yes, and I'm going to bring out some breaking news as well, because this actually popped right before I got into the chat today. Amazon is going to be making a new series based off of the Hellsing franchise. That's right. We are getting a live-action Hellsing film. It's going to be a movie, and the writer is going to be the writer for John Wick. I'm sorry, I blanked on his name. Give me just a second. Derek Kolstad. What better writer could you have for this anime, or for a live-action adaptation, than the guy that wrote John Wick?
Ooh, I mean, I know this is your story, but I'm gonna get on camera real quick. Like, what? I mean, normally I'm prepping the show so hard. They can tell me something, I'm just like ignoring. Okay, fine. I stop dead. I stop dead in my tracks, dude. I mean, Hellsing is one of my favorite animes. But you gonna tell me that the guy that wrote John Wick is going to write this series?
He's also one of the producers for the film as well.
Oh my goodness.
This news sparks joy.
I think I just found religion or something. I don't know. I mean, no other details have been released except that it's coming. Now, Amazon has been delivering on series and stuff, so, you know.
Well, we do have the other producers for the film.
Oh, really?
Yes. Along with Kolstad, we have Automatic's Brian Kavanaugh Jones and Fred Berger. Oh. Ranger 7 Films' Mike Callahan, he was also the one that secured the rights for the film, along with Ruben Leiber, and Soluble Fish Productions' Jason Lust.
Wow.
I'm really excited about
I mean, I know we it's like Amazon keeps giving me things to look forward to. Like The Boys, and then I'm ready for Invincible, which that's going to be starting here soon. But I get to have Invincible as Hellsing develops in the background on a back burner, cooking and everything. I agree with the chat. I need to know who is going to be Alucard, who is going to play Ceres, who's going to play Integra,
who's going to play the gun-toting priest. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's been a while.
We need to make a wish list of casting for this show.
Can Nicolas Cage? No, not Nicolas Cage. Sorry, my brain blanked. I don't want Nicolas Cage.
Would you be Keanu Reeves in this?
That's what I meant, Keanu Reeves. Can Keanu Reeves be Alucard?
Did you get Keanu Reeves mixed up with Nicolas Cage?
Nah, neither one. I don't want either. But
memes.
Fair.
Integra,
Who?
Kate Blanchett.
Yes.
Amazon got the money. Amazon has the money to get Kate Blanchett.
Ceres. Natalie Portman.
No, I think
no.
I don't think she would go for it. I don't think she.
I don't know. I don't know.
She is doing Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Alexander Anderson from the chat. I'm not familiar with who that is actually.
I'm okay with this.
I don't know.
I can't.
Everything we're gonna do is speculation at some point. Alexander. That's the priest. Duh.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
She was correcting you. I was like, who's this actor? Okay, we need to do fantasy casting for Hellsing.
Oh my god.
So we're looking for a special video between me and Cora just going gaga as we fantasy cast Hellsing. But dude, this already seems like it's in good hands.
I'm excited. Like
super violent. Ooh.
The fact that it's the same writer as John Wick means that he's not going to hold back on the violence, and that's good. Hellsing is known for its like really cool gunplay.
Are you familiar with the anime Hellsing?
Huh?
Rick.
What's up?
Are you familiar with the anime Hellsing?
No.
I definitely recommend you should check it out. So you can get an
Crunchyroll,
idea
or is it a Crunchyroll or the other one?
It should be.
Foundation.
It should be on either one of those. And this goes for either Hellsing Ultimate or the original Hellsing. Both of them are
So do I start with the original and
good.
then go into Ultimate?
Wasn't Ultimate a remake for the original?
I would do yeah, Ultimate was a remake, but you know
Okay.
what? I don't want to say I liked it better. I don't even want to go there.
I would say
Although I
watch
did-
the original first. It'll give you a good idea.
Either is good.
Fair.
I've watched both. But anyway, this is some big news. Amazon,
Uh,
bring me this
just-
bring me this feast for my eyes and ears. Man, Rick, speaking of things that are going to be coming to streaming platforms, as is everything until we all get vaccinations, tell us what you got this week.
All right. Now, I don't want to quit from you, Jason, because you were quipping right before the show started about this because you're tired of it, but
I
I'm
won't
not. I'm
say
super excited. We got the names of the chapters of each part of Justice League, which comes out in exactly 2 weeks, March 18th. So here are the titles of each chapter, or he calls them chapters. Part 1, Don't count on it, Batman. 2, The Age of Heroes. 3, Beloved Mother, Beloved Son. 4, Change Machine. 5, All the King's Horses. And part 6, Something Darker. So I'm stoked. And we also got an official release time, runtime, 4 hours and 2 minutes. I'm gonna sit my butt down and I'm gonna watch this without a break. I am not pausing. I'm not no bathroom breaks, nothing. I'll pee in a cup if I have to. I am sitting. I am watching this all the way through in one watch. Kind of seeing the names of each chapter. I'm kind of like, okay, I can kind of see what parts were kind of from like the Joss Whedon version of the film. But also, I'm like, okay, some of this, I'm excited to see kind of what's coming with it. Also, minor spoiler, but not really, because it was announced last week. Apparently, in the film, we are gonna actually get to see Deathstroke, and he is teaming up with Batman at some point during the film. Of course, we don't know if this is during like the Nightmare sequence or if it's gonna be current. And there was an image release which I found after we started the show, but it's Joe Manganiello. I can never say his last name, but he's got like half a shaved head with white hair, and he's got the mustache. He's got the iconic mustache. So I'm stoked. I'm a DC fanboy. What can I say? I'm a big mark for Batman. So I'm excited for this. I've been waiting for this. So yeah. I know you're kind of sick and tired of hearing about all this, Jason. I know you're ready for this just to be over. But are you gonna watch it?
Of course I'm going to watch it. But the hype is tiring me out. We actually got a little bit of toy news before this. We got a released toy image of Darkseid, which is fueling some rumors that we're going to actually see some more Justice League merchandise. Todd McFarlane currently handles the license for DC characters in plastic form. And there was an image of a Darkseid figure, so there's a rumor we're going to get a full Snyder wave of Justice League figures.
Interesting.
They did release, if you're still part of the DC Universe Online thing, they did release a 4-set Funko Pop set of the Zack Snyder Justice League, and it was Darkseid, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Lois Lane, and they were all gray. They did sell out in like 2 minutes, and they were going for $60 for the whole set.
Well, this is a different style, though. I'll see if I can. I'll send you guys an image, but I agree with Amai Shakura in the chat. I hope it brings what the fans really want, and I agree with that.
Yes.
I don't want to waste, as much as I'm saying I'm so just tired of all the hype and everything, I'm not going to waste my time watching a bad movie either. Please live up to the hype. Please prove. I don't mind being proven wrong, which I'm going to be doing in my next story. So I'm okay with that. Prove me wrong. Impress me. I want a good story. So yeah, bring it on, DC. I'm ready. 2 weeks. I'll watch it all. I ain't peeing in a
Cora-
cup like him.
Cora,
Like this either.
will you watch it? Are you gonna watch it? Or are you just kind of like, eh?
I'm kind of I didn't even see the original one, so
Maybe
Fair.
that's for the best.
I will.
She is pure and untouched.
I will live vicariously through the both of you. And if y'all think it is worth it, then I will give it the Snyder
Fair
Cut a
enough.
watch. But for now, I will just sit over here in my corner, eating my popcorn while the world implodes as the movie comes out.
Rick, what's the date? What's the date it releases?
March 18th, 2
18th.
weeks.
Oh,
I'm trying to figure
okay.
out what that day is. But anyway,
It's
I
a
need,
Thursday. Oh, I might not be on the show that day. I might be watching Justice League.
just a grizzled.
Actually, no. Actually, if I time it right, I should end the movie like half an hour before showtime.
And he gives us a 5-minute review of it. Okay.
I'm going to give you a 30-minute review about it. What are you talking about?
We're not going to listen to you talk, especially if we haven't seen it yet. So anyway. So, okay, here's the part of the show where Jason admits he was wrong about something. So, Cora and I...
Enjoy this, guys. This doesn't happen often.
Shut the hell up. Cora and I are really good friends. We hang out and stuff outside the show. And there was a time we were in my vehicle. She's like, hey, there's this rumor that they're going to come out with 2 new versions of the Switch, kind of a lower grade version and an upper grade version. I was like, that sounds stupid. She's stupid for saying that. I'm not listening to her. And I turned the radio up so I didn't have to hear it.
You did.
Sadly, I was proven wrong on one of those points when the Switch Lite came out, which my daughter enjoys greatly. But I was like, okay, fine. I was kind of right. They're not making a souped up version of the Nintendo Switch. I was wrong. They're making a souped up version of the Nintendo Switch.
And who was it that told you this?
It was Cora. Cora said this.
Oh,
Who? What was
Shut
that?
your mouth. Anyway, so last year it was rumored, it was a rumor report from Bloomberg. Bloomberg, who's a legitimate news source who ran this story, wouldn't run some crap. Duh, Jason. That we will be getting a new Nintendo Switch sometime in 2021. Now, there have been some hangups. There's a pandemic out there. Did you check? Yeah, it's out there. So anyway, we do get our first inkling of what the new Switch will be, and it is going to be 4K. The screens, the high-definition glass, is actually being manufactured separately from where the Switches are expected to begin manufacturing in June of this year for release this Christmas. We will be getting a new Switch. We also have heard what one of the specs will be. Currently, the Switch Lite clocks in at 5.5 inches for the Lite and 6.2 for the current Switch. This one will be 7 inches across, indicating, of course, it will be a lot bigger. We don't know. We don't have any other dimensions on it, though. But this is basically, this is happening. The screens are being made. They are expected to be delivered very shortly. A 4K resolution handheld game system. Guys. Wow.
4K. Good
And
Lord.
also, we did recently celebrate the 4-year anniversary of the Switch. Oh, wait a minute. I messed up my screen there. I put just Rick on. We did recently celebrate the 4-year anniversary of the Nintendo Switch, which I think is a revolutionary system. But, yeah. Oh, the chat is just... I'm glad everybody is having such a good time.
You like chocolate or vanilla ice cream, Jason?
I like chocolate ice cream. There's only that vanilla sucks. Anyway, Cora, I was wrong. And when I have my new 4K Switch, every time I turn it on, I will go, thank you, Cora. Just very quietly, under my breath. But
Cora,
yeah,
do you remember where you heard this rumor for the first time? Like,
Oh,
yeah, good
gosh.
question. Where did you hear?
I don't
Who do you
remember.
know?
It was so long ago. I don't remember.
Cora's got people on the inside that she ain't telling us about.
I wish.
I'm
They give me deals on a Switch.
gonna find out some news on Suikoden, and I ain't gonna tell nobody. Just because I'm mad about this.
Like you're gonna find out anything about Suikoden before I do. That's funny.
Anyway, yes.
oh,
yes,
Lord,
yes.
famous last words.
So yeah, program it so that it boots up. Thank you, Cora. Thank you, guys. Anyway,
That's a good
I'm
idea.
excited. This actually. I mean, let's think about this too. We're talking about a handheld system in 4K. I mean, granted, we got our phones now are capable of 4K video and everything, recording and viewing on a small screen. But we're talking. This is gonna have a lot of power.
And this is bigger than a phone because this is gonna be 7 inches across.
And we don't know what the weight is. I mean, I'm crossing my fingers. I actually would love to have a higher quality Switch. I mean, I love my Switch.
Now my other question is for older games, how is it going to look on a 4K screen? Are the games capable enough to be upgraded to, or like, is there something within the game that could upgrade up to like a 4K image, or is it going to be a little off because it's not powerful enough?
This is a good question.
And then it's like, will newer games only work on them? I don't think they would, but it's like, what's the relation? Like, hey, like the new Pokemon game is going to be in 4K, and it can also work on a lower one, I guess. I don't know.
Cole, what were you trying to say?
Oh, I was just imagining playing Hades in 4K, watching all of that death and destruction.
Yo, Super Smash Brothers in 4K
should have the capability of running that kind of power, right?
I would assume so.
And I know backwards compatibility has been something that Nintendo has been. Well, I mean, this is their first upgrade of the Switch, so I don't see them going away from the cartridges anytime soon.
I guess we'll find out.
It's a thing I want, and hopefully, when are we going to get news for this? I guess around E3 time.
Yeah, probably. Or they'll wait for a special Nintendo Direct that'll happen either at E3 or like before it or something. They sometimes do something like big before or big after. Like they don't usually do it at the show itself or something.
Yeah, so basically every Nintendo Direct from here on, we just need to be glued on. Like,
well, there's two things that we're waiting for these Directs: this Switch news now, and Breath of the Wild 2.
I mean, this is 3 months until production.
I just thought of something that could tie it in, because they announced last week the new Pokemon remake and the new Pokemon game. I think you guys are frozen.
No.
Okay. You were just like,
because I had a
frozen.
thought.
You were just. They announced the new Pokemon games, the Breath of the Wild Pokemon game, Arceus, yeah, and then also the remakes of Diamond and Pearl, and those usually come out during the holidays, right around November. Could there be like a tie-in with that?
I don't know. I'm thinking 4K Breath of the Wild. Also, and I'm going to be mad about this, even though seriously, Nintendo, you didn't give me a Metroid game during the life of this Switch.
Hey, they could be waiting for the 4K upgrade. Can you imagine Metroid in 4K?
Like I said, a lot of this, we're getting too far into it. We're going to be glued onto every Nintendo Direct that happens from here on. So keep your eyes peeled for a brand new 4K Nintendo Switch. Cora, you're up. I believe you have some videos or something to show us.
I do. I have another classic anime coming back. It's something I'd mentioned before, and that is the amazingness that is Shaman King. However, this time, not only do we have a new trailer, it is subtitled in English, and we have dates. Well, a date. It will be released in Japan on April 1st, and then it will be released on Netflix later this year. And we also were informed that it will be adapting all 35 volumes of the original manga. So it's not going to just kind of stop when they catch up with the manga because it's already finished. We will actually get a full story this time. I, as a person, am just extremely excited. Shaman King was one of the manga that I read a lot when I was in high school. And as you can see, it's visually just
Ooh.
aces. I recommend after the show going and watching the actual trailer itself to listen to the voices. 90% of this cast is the original anime's voice cast.
Oh wow!
So they were able to get most of those actors back. And it's good. Like, I don't know how else to describe it other than it's good. If you like battle manga and you like fun, lighthearted, cute characters, but also fighting, here you go. Shaman King.
You need to remind me of the when on this. When?
It is going to be available in Japan on April 1st, and then Netflix worldwide sometime later this year. We don't have a date on that quite yet. But if you are itching to watch some of it, you can watch the original manga, I believe, or the original anime. I do believe it's on Crunchyroll or Funimation.
I didn't get a chance to proof that video before I threw it up, by the way. Holy crap, that looks great.
Right? Like, it took the really cool stuff that was in the original anime and just made it more modern and cooler.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Wow. Okay. Holla at your boy when that comes out. It looks good.
You'll know because you'll hear me scream.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure we will be well informed for when this comes out from Korra. Looks fantastic though. Okay, Rick, I believe you are up, sir.
So it's been 25 years, 25 long years since we all wanted to play basketball with the Looney Tunes. Because that's exactly what Michael Jordan got to do as he flew through the sky like an eagle and, got kissed by a rose, all those other things from a soundtrack that went 6 times platinum. We got our first images. I wouldn't say first images because we got images earlier, but we got our first stills from the actual movie of Looney Tunes with LeBron James. That's right, Space Jam: A New Legacy. We've got images of LeBron with the Looney Tunes, and we got a little bit more of a synopsis of what's going to happen in this film. Don't know exactly what image is up right now because I have my stories up, but there is an image there somewhere in there with Don Cheadle. He is in this film. Hold on, let me find what they actually give us the name of his character. So kind of what they've been telling us is Story Space Jam: A New Legacy will focus largely on LeBron's relationship with his son Dom, played by Sayar J. Wright, and the rest of his family. In order to help reconnect with and save his son from algae rhythm, that's the name of Don Cheadle's character, Jim must join forces with the Looney Tunes to take on the Goon Squad in a virtual world called Warner 3000 Entertainment Serververse. The exact details of how and why the basketball showdown takes place have yet to be revealed, which I think is a good idea because don't give away too much. Don't know who the Goon Squad is. We don't know who's going to be part of that. But this comes out July 16 on HBO Max and in theaters for those that are vaccinated and want to go out and venture out. We also, along with LeBron James, we will also include a number of NBA and WNBA stars, including Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, Diana Taurasi, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, and Nneka Ogwumike. And there's actually already been an uproar about the redesign of one of the characters. Some people are stupid and are pissed of how Lola Bunny looks. Guys, it's a freaking cartoon. She looks awesome. She's got a more well-rounded uniform to match her teammates. You're trying to sexualize a cartoon character.
I'm going to
calm yourself.
Them idiots out there. And I have one question. Where is the soundtrack for this movie? Because I'm sorry. Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam. Come on and slam. If you want to jam.
I've been mouthing that the whole time.
What you gonna do? Hey, they better bring back the Quad City DJs, okay?
If they don't have this somewhere in it.
Ryan Coogler is producing this movie. And
Ryan
you know what?
Coogler's producing Space Jam 2?
Yeah.
Black Panther?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. I'm in.
I did a story about, okay, it's been 2 years since we talked about this, but I mentioned that Ryan Coogler was producing this film.
I probably just
directed,
need a reminder,
and it's directed by Malcolm D. Lee, which is in relation to Spike Lee.
I'm gonna tell, but back to the Space Jam soundtrack. That was a jamming soundtrack. Somebody just got it stuck in their head now in the chat. Awesome. But the if I hit 'em high, hit 'em high, hit 'em high. The you hit 'em low, hit 'em low, hit 'em low. That was LL Cool J, Busta Rhymes. The dude from Cypress Hill, man, that soundtrack was the jam, man.
It was the Space Jam.
Fly Like an Eagle by Seal. Dude, I kind of want to listen to the Space Jam soundtrack now.
I'm gonna have to do that watch tomorrow. I'm just gonna put it in everyone's heads
for nostalgia purposes. Okay, he even had a goofy song by Chris Rock on there, Basketball Jones, which I'm going to go listen to the Space Jam soundtrack after this and do stuff. But
again, this soundtrack went 6 times platinum.
Wow.
For a reason too. It was good.
Yeah, it was actually legit good. I love the character. Well, we are getting off the whole Lola Bunny thing. I like the 3D images of the tunes in this movie. I like how Bugs looks.
I do too. I love how everyone looks in this. I'm super stoked. I mean, I love Space Jam. I actually went through like a basketball phase. Like I wanted to become a basketball player when this movie came out, but sadly, I was only like 4'2" at the time, and I only grew up to be 5'7". So,
I will say, I know LeBron James did a couple. He's done a couple of commercials, the ones where he was playing like his whole family, and I remember those actually being quite entertaining. So I wonder if he's like taking some time to get some acting classes or something in there.
So if you have not seen a movie called Trainwreck with Amy Schumer and Bill Hader,
I have.
That was his acting debut where he played a somewhat over the top version of himself, and he was one of my favorite parts of that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
The movie is kind of long. The movie is probably about 30 minutes too long. It's a fun movie. Bill Hader is amazing. Amy Schumer does a really good job. It was like her first leading role, but LeBron James is in it a number of times in it. But he's really funny in that. Okay. And as a player, I mean, I respect what he's done. I don't like him as a player too much. I'm not a hater per se, but I wouldn't. Like, LeBron's in town. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna go watch him. I'd rather go watch Luka Doncic. Anyways,
that man built a school. I can't. I'll never badmouth LeBron James again.
but as an actor, from what I've seen, he's great. Like, I love LeBron James as a person that he is, as the activist that he is, and as the actor that he's becoming. He actually didn't do acting lessons for Trainwreck, but he got him for Space Jam. And here's the other thing: they've been working on this movie for 2 years.
Oh yeah,
he went straight from the NBA season, straight to filming, then right back to basketball, and then right back to filming over 2 summers. So this man has been playing nonstop basketball for 2 years, and this man is 36 years old, and still one of the top players in the world. Kudos to you, LeBron James.
I'm going to go watch Space Jam 2. So I do wish him the best. I want to see a good Space Jam movie. And hopefully a little cameo from Michael Jordan. So,
That'd be lit. Or Bill Murray.
But, I mean, why not both?
Why not both?
I like Cora, like...
I'll take both.
All right. We got to end this show at some point. Cora, you have the last story of the night.
All right. A good one. Yes, it is another anime coming to Netflix, and it is another one that we have been talking about, and it is one that I know Jason has been excited for, and that is Way of the House Husband. It will be released worldwide on April 8th, so not just in Japan. We here in America will also be able to watch it on Netflix on April 8th. If you have not heard of Way of the House Husband, one, I'm sorry, you're about to get your mind blown.
Keep
Oh,
going, keep
Lord.
going, keep going. I'm watching the trailer.
Scared. I'm
You
scared.
know, you basically have this man who is known as the Immortal Dragon. Like, he is known through the Yakuza as being like a ruthless man. And he is now a full-time house husband. He does the cooking, he does the cleaning, he takes pictures of his food for Instagram. Just everything you would expect like a housewife to do, he's doing it. And he does it with such like pride. But he is an intimidating person. So it leads to some really good comedy and like just really good timing overall. The manga was incredible, and the trailer alone, I'm sold. I'm already sold.
I'm going to love this.
Oh yeah.
He takes pictures of his food.
It's absolutely fantastic. It's even better when he runs into former members of the Yakuza. Everything about it is great, and I have nothing negative to say about it. This man is what I would consider husband goals.
Oh my goodness. I love this. I couldn't, of course, hear the trailer because we were running everything, but I need this. This looks so good.
This is another one, or another trailer that I recommend you go watch after the show.
Most definitely.
Just so you can hear it, because hearing it is so good. It's so good.
This looks amazing. This is okay.
Yeah.
Cora, give me dates for this, please.
All right. Again, this will be worldwide on April 8th. So in about a month, we will be able to watch Way of the House Husband. If you cannot wait until then, you can read the manga, which has won awards for being best comedy.
Ooh.
I guess I'm gonna have to go read the manga before I watch this series, since I have some time to spare, apparently.
Exactly. You go read a couple of the manga. There was a live action promo that was done, and the person that played Tetsuo in the live action trailer, essentially is what I'm going to call it, is the voice for Tetsuo in this anime.
All right.
And he even, like, the way they dressed him up, he looks like him. So I mean, it's perfect casting.
Yeah, it's on my list. All right, well, we've come to the end of the show. I am going to end it with a book recommendation. It's a series that I've been reading, and it's Star Wars Alphabet Squadron.
That's what you were reading.
Yeah, the third book in the series has been released. I'm actually rereading through one for some stuff, but the third book has been released. It's very good if you want to go check out a good Star Wars book. It is post Return of the Jedi, by the way. So that is just a book recommendation. Go get all three of them. It's been a really good series, and now we get to finish it off. But anyway, guys, that has been our show. Thank you for joining us out there in Super Cool Nerd Nation. I hope you've enjoyed everything. We will be back next week, 8 p.m. Central, on youtube.com/SCNS Live. Please, while you're here, like this video. It helps us. It's going to help us, trust me. And subscribe and turn notifications on if you want to see when we go live. If you want to follow us, we're at facebook.com/SCNS Live, on Twitter and Instagram at SCNS Live. And if you want to follow us personally on our pages, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JasonTheX. Rick, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram under Nerdy Rick 89. That is spelled NERDYRIC 89. There is no K in my name. You can follow me. I'm doing the 365-day challenge. Today was day 63, I believe, 62, 63. I actually posted a picture of my current setup here for my mini studio for the show. Also, shout out to local wrestler, the young gun Chandler Hopkins, who earlier posted on Twitter and on Facebook, things just got elite. So, sir, congratulations. You will be the third wrestler to wrestle for what I'm thinking. If this is what I think it is, you'll be the third local wrestler here from DFW to be part of AEW. So congratulations. He actually took on Lance Archer here in Dallas. He took a choke slam.
Lance is from here, so
yeah.
Cora, where can they find yo?
See, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Corodono Art for anything art related or Suikoden related. Please feel free to reach out to me about anything Suikoden related because I don't have many friends that talk about it.
Is that a Suikoden shirt that you're wearing?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Or if you want to follow me for anything Final Fantasy XIV related, including screenshots, you can follow me at chaotic_noodle on Twitter. You will also know when I go live with Eorzea Photography doing screenshot streaming there as well. Come join us at Eorzea Photography as I just sink away.
And one final shout out, please go check out our sister channel, Alternate Heads. We have been able to name the channel, youtube.com/alternate heads. We have achieved half of the watch hours needed to monetize that channel fully, just not the subs, so please help us out over there if you like excellent toy reviews and talk about toys. Anyway, guys, that has been the show. Thank you guys for joining us out there. We'll be back next week, and as we always say around here, keep on nerding.
Keep on nerding.
Remember to keep wearing a mask and get vaccinated.
Watch either